mengajar sini. Tidak di sana di
Though I know that there is nothing to find, you're a beautiful sight in the summer night.
Going up towards the crater of Tangkuban Perahu, still in the car, but we'll soon be there, and there's still a lot of vegetation, but very different from the vegetation below. I saw trumpet trees, and again, which is something you don't see in England, and lots of ferns, which you do see in England, but these are bigger ferns, and still very, very green. But there is a definite smell of sulphur in the air as we go up towards the crater, because of course it is a volcano with presumably lots of sulphur in it. The smell of sulphur. The road goes ever on. Well, we are now at Tangkuban Perahu. There are lots of tourists, but the vast majority, perhaps all of them, are domestic. In other words, people from Indonesia, maybe from the island of Java where we are. It is an absolutely fantastic place because it gives the power of the earth, underneath our feet. And it's a magnificent sight, and it kind of brings into perspective that we, on the surface, don't know anything that's going on below us.
Ya teman-teman ya, apa kabar kalian semuanya? Kami saat ini berada di Gunung Tangkuban Perahu, yang dimana Tangkuban Perahu itu sendiri punya sejarah ya, adalah mitos ya dari Jawa Barat. Kita akan melihat ke atas dan akan kami perlihatkan kembali tempat-tempat yang menarik. Maksud saya di Tangkuban Perahu ini.
One thing worth mentioning is if you come here, there is a strong smell of sulphur. What is sulphur in Indonesian?
Belerang.
Very strong smell, and it does pay to be careful here, because this has been known to erupt in the recent past.
Ya, betul ya teman-teman ya. Berapa tahun yang lalu itu erupted ya.
It erupted, bang. Yeah.
Oke, yuk kita jalan yuk.
See you soon.
See you.
This is Tangkuban Perahu. You can just see the name down there, which means in English something like the upturned boat. There's a legend about a princess and a prince who fell in love, and it's all to do with the legend, but of course this is an active volcano, and fortunately it's not particularly active. There are in the world far more active volcanoes, but it is certainly an impressive sight, and there are lots of tourists, but as I mentioned earlier, it is mostly domestic tourism. The weather here, to me, is very nice. Indonesian people say it is cool or cold, but to me it's kind of a nice temperature, maybe slightly cool, not entirely comfortable for sleeping at night outside, but compared with Bandung in the city below. But it is certainly a very impressive sight. In front of Tangkuban Perahu, that is just behind me. And what is noticeable again is that there are very few foreign tourists here. The vast majority, almost all of them I think, are domestic tourists. Mostly, I suppose, from Java, I suppose, and other islands, but mostly from Java, which is where we are now. But it's certainly a very, like I've said before, a very impressive sight, the power of the earth. And it's what is below all of us, but here the earth has sprung a leak and has kind of escaped from under us, and the result is a volcano. Fortunately, the volcano here has been peaceful for quite a long time, which is quite important. Certainly, as I said before, the overriding impression is the smell of sulphur, which does show that we are above the earth. All the stuff below us, down there, is very, very powerful. Mm-hmm. And it shows the huge power of the earth too, because, in Britain there were no volcanoes, and the nearest volcano to Britain will be the Canary Islands, and also Italy has volcanoes, famous volcanoes like Vesuvius, or where we went last year, and also Iceland to the north of us. But there are none in Western Europe, apart from Italy. So it is fascinating, and this one is very, very impressive. Tangkuban Perahu.
Ya, teman-teman, kami akan terus perlihatkan di Tangkuban Perahu ini. Ikuti terus ya bersama The Adventure of Fina and Team. Yuk kita jalan lagi. Tapi adalah sebenarnya cerita di sini adalah Sangkuriang. Di mana Sangkuriang itu adalah Dayang Sumbi mempunyai anak ya. Sebenarnya Dayang Sumbi itu dijatuhkan atau she need to get out from the palace ya. So karena dia entah apa ceritanya tuh pada akhirnya karena Dayang Sumbi itu dikucilkan di hutan, so anaknya sudah membesar dan kemudian anaknya tidak tahu bahwa itu ibunya gitu loh. Jadi kemudian dia jatuh cinta kepada ibunya dan dia menyuruh supaya si anak itu bikin perahu dalam satu malam. Ya, dan karena dia tidak dan ternyata bisa. Karena dia bisa, ibunya jadi khawatir dan dia mengingkari janji, terus ditendanglah si perahu itu dan si perahu terbalik menjadi Tangkuban Perahu. Itu cerita Sangkuriang, sangat terkenal sekali di Jawa Barat. Jadi bukan Malin Kundang, maaf ya, salah ya.
But I have a question.
Yeah.
How did that prince manage to build a boat in just one night? Did
That's
he have
it.
help?
Well, in the past, this prince have a helper. The helper is not only the real people, but also kind of like we in Indonesia we say it jinn. Jinn is kind of like genies, but it's kind of like in the very strong, kind of like the figure of the man, but it's actually jinn. So that's what we believe in the past. Yeah, some of the people in Indonesia still believe in that situation, but of course, people who's already modern, they don't believe in that kind of thing. So there you are. It's up to you whether you will believe that or not. But the fact is, if you want to know the real, please do come to Bandung. In here, the specialty in Tangkuban Perahu. Oke teman-teman, mudah-mudahan kalian yang sudah ada berapa lama di UK ya dan belum pernah ke sini, ayo dong kalian datang ke sini seperti kalian bisa melihat langsung keindahannya dan smell strong of sulfur. Ya, konon ya itu sangat bagus sekali untuk kulit. Yuk kita jalan lagi.
You're a beautiful sight in the summer night. You can't put up a fight in the misty light.
There below us in the plain is the plateau of Bandung, because Bandung itself is an altitude. And that down there is the kind of the lower levels, and somewhere down there, we can't see it, but somewhere down there is the city of Bandung and Cimahi.
Most beautiful I've ever known. You're a beautiful sight in the summer night, and you can't put up a fight in the misty light.
It's Tangkuban Perahu Mountain, adalah berada di Bandung ya, di dekat Lembang, dan belum lama lalu Tangkuban Perahu ini eruptif dan kita lihat di sana kawahnya masih putih. Ketika kita berada di sini, bau belerang sangat kuat sekali teman-teman. So teman-teman, itulah tadi ya the view of the Tangkuban Perahu which located in Bandung ya, dekat Lembang. So teman-teman, kalian suka dengan apa yang kami sharekan pada kalian ya, kalian yang setia bersama The Adventure of Fina and Team. So thank you for watching and jangan lupa like juga ya.
See you soon.
See you soon. Bye.
Wish that I could stay Wish for this moment to never go away, but it's all in my mind.